And welcome to the Mythical Ireland Library. I'm Anthony Murphy. This is not book talk. This is not live Irish myths. I do apologise for the fact that I did not either advertise an episode today, nor did I say there wouldn't be one. So I have to make up for that somehow with a live stream of some description. I hope you're all keeping well and that everybody is safe and in good form, no matter where you are in the world this evening. I'm very glad to say that we are keeping fine on this side. I just want to check whether the stream is up on the Mythical Ireland community. If you're watching, please feel free to comment and to say hello. Wherever you are in the world, we always like to say hello to the people who watch from the various parts of the globe. Yeah, we would normally start a live stream at 8 p.m. It is now 8:37 p.m. here in Ireland, in the Boyne Valley. I do apologise, as I say, for lack of notice in relation to today's episode. Jules Cousins is in the house. Hello, Jules. Always a pleasure to see you. Snapper Earl is here. Hello, Snapper Earl. Miss Marie is here. Hello, Anthony. I hope this day finds you well. Well, yes, it does indeed. And I hope the very same right back for you, Miss Marie. Scotty Farrington is here. Hello, Scotty. As is Leanne Delaney. I do not know how to pronounce that name, but hello, Leanne from Dromore in County Down. You're very welcome along to the live stream this evening. Stacey O'Neill Panel, is it, from Texas? Hello, Stacey in Texas. Hope it's nice and warm and sunny in your part of the world. Anne McCallum is in the house, says it's a lovely surprise. Well, there you go. I don't know. I should have been doing a regular live stream, but I was working. See, the thing is, I was working a very unusual shift today. I normally work a more regular shift. I was working from 12 noon until 8 p.m. today. Didn't really have time to prepare an episode of Book Talk. However, there's something else that we want to talk about. Desiree, I was thinking we might not have a live stream today. Well, there you go. I mean, life is full of surprises, isn't it? I hope they are. I hope they are pleasant ones too. Paula Snow Queen is in the house. Hello, Paula. As is Doris O'Hara. Hello to you also. Giaglitch Conasata too. Monica is in the city of Hamlet in Denmark. Well, a very good evening to Denmark from the Boyne Valley in Ireland. Brilliant. Sandra Boothroyd is in the house. Hello, Sandra. Donna Ferrer is here. Hello, Donna. You're very welcome along. Rose Corain says, good evening all. So I'm going to have a little bit of an announcement about the calendar, but we may, I mean, I'm around, you know, I'm not in a rush. So if there's anything that you want me to talk about, you throw a few topics at me and we'll see if we can't get a discussion going. Daisy Peters is in the house. Hello, Daisy. And it was great to see you and all of the others on the premiere of the Mythical Ireland documentary, which was last, what was that? That was Wednesday, wasn't it? Wednesday evening. The Bowbeck excavations. It was great to see the comments on there. Stephen O'Hara says, howdy, Anthony and the rest of the crew. Greetings from Kilkenny. Hello, Stephen. I hope you're keeping well. All is fine down here in the wee county of Louth. Conde na Lou. Brendan Byrne is in Glendalough, saving a fortune on sunscreen. Yes, they're called clouds. Who needs it's such a grey, overcast evening here in the Boyne Valley. It is dull. Adele Perth, a very early morning for me. Delighted to catch a live stream. We are always delighted to see our Australian friends, especially one that I've actually met in person. Adele, you have the rare honour of being one of the very few Tua that I've actually met in real life. So there you go. Very good morning to you. A very good Tuesday morning from us here on Monday evening in the Boyne Valley. Sylve is in the house. Blessings from way up here in the shh. Is it a secret? Like shh, that you can't tell us? Or did you just run out of letters? Movanwe Millward is in the house. Hello. Wasn't sure if you were live tonight. I got an early start, so won't stay late. But I'm here for the moment or so. No problem at all. Movanwe, and indeed, because of my work situation today, I didn't really have time to plan an episode. So apologies about that. I really should say either there is going to be one or there isn't. But anyway, there is, and it seems to be a surprise for some people. Snapper Earl, hello, Snapper Earl. I said hello to you earlier, didn't I? Why am I seeing old comments? Greg Carberry is in Telford in the UK. Hello, Greg. A very good evening to you. And what about Teresina Fitzpatrick? Up Mayo! Finally, Mayo beat the Dubs. Now, let's not get too carried away because they still have to get through the final. But they have beaten the Dubs, which means they cannot be beaten by the Dubs in the final. What was it? 6? Was it 6 in a row the Dubs won? Yes. Somebody said that there's 50,000 7 in a row shirts for sale on eBay. Teresina, it's great to see you. Don't forget now, your primary team in terms of support is Louth. Let's just get that straight. Or is it Meath? Oh, interesting. It could be a 3-way rivalry there. Cy B says, horrid dark black clouds over Limerick. Grim is... I was going to say, is that just a general description of Limerick? But of course it isn't, because Limerick is a fine city. So happy I was wrong. Joe Butler won't be tuning in. That's okay. That's no problem. Happy birthday to Angel. Is that Angel Barboni Smith? Is Angel in the house? Happy birthday, Angel, to you from all of us. I hope you're having a great day. Greg Carby says, horrible weather. Yes. Diana is in North Berwick in Maine. I don't know how to pronounce that. Somebody needs to tell me if it's Berwick or Berwick. But I'm going to say Berwick. I think I said Berwick last week, but we'll vary it up. Diana, it's great to see you, and welcome from Maine. You may be the only viewer from Maine at the moment. You are the Maine woman. Helena, I bet you've never heard that before. Helena Breen says, Fáilte to all the Tua and to Anthony August. Fáilte to Féin, Helena. The Stone Age Man reference, yes, that was very funny. The closest thing to Stone Age Man, a 91-year-old. Yes, indeed. Oh, Michael Darby is also in Australia. Very good morning to you, Michael. Thanks for joining us. I know it's very early in your part of the world. The sun is probably on its way down here. I can't tell because there's a blanket of grey on the sky. Mark Gordon is here. Hello, Mark. Gordon Farrell is in the house. Hello, Mark. Well, just let's do one at a time. Gordon Farrell is an artist from County Longford who's in the house. Hello, Gordon. Always a pleasure to see you in the house. Neil Hughes. August Mary. Vimto Cordial tonight instead of Fionn Jarrett. Very nice. What is the special occasion, may I ask? Enjoy it. Kathy May Deo's in the house. Hello, Kathy May. Always a pleasure to see you along. Federica Guy is here. Says it's very hot here, but I'm in the garden watching the moon. That sounds magical. The moon has just gone past first quarter, or what we might call half moon. Very nice. Porrick Bourne, what did you think of the... Oh, where's that gone? Statue of the pagan deity found in Roscommon last week. I thought it was very interesting. Yes, it's very difficult to tell what it is, really, when you look at the pictures of it. But I'll go with the archaeologists. They're usually not too far wrong about these things. Looking forward to seeing it in person, actually, because I believe after restoration and conservation, it will be on view in the National Museum in Dublin. So I look forward to seeing it there. Up the Sam, says Teresina. You're still not telling me. Where is the principal loyalty? Where is it? It can't be Mayo, just because you have to remember where you're from. I bet you there's a Louth flag in your garden in Mayo. I bet you there is. Erica Bowes in the house. Hello, Erica. Welcome along. Don't mind all of this GAA rivalry. This goes back to the pre-Norman, probably pre-Christian times when the various clans were fighting it out. Global Cis 42 is in sunny Nantes. That sounds very nice. A very good day to you, and welcome along to the live stream. Yes, Louth. My Louth flag was flying for family visiting last week. Brilliant. I knew I'd get it out of you. And you were in Drogheda last week, and you never even popped in to say hello. Very disappointed. You were too busy out having a great time, making up for lost time, which is great. Either is fine, says Diana. Okay. So Berwick, okay, brilliant. Berwick, you don't mind. Bit like Desiree, who it turns out for a year and a half, I've been pronouncing her name completely wrong because it's Desiree. But she told me, keep doing it. Barbara Murphy, G-Rive to just in from sunny hot Tucson. Very nice. send a little bit of that in our direction, Barbara. We'd be very grateful. Elaine Cooney says, hello, Anthony. Hello, Elaine. Nice to see you. Gerard Hodge is in the pool of life in Liverpool. Up the pool. Any videos on the Celtic gods, says Jeff Calloway. Would love to learn more about them. Jeff, yes, is the short answer. And if you're on YouTube, you are. Subscribe to the channel. But if you scroll through, there are hundreds of videos. And we have done lots of live streams about the deities. So there's literally tons of stuff there for you to get stuck into. Joe Mount is in the Shire of Gloucestershire. Or Gloucester. Hello, Joe. Nice name, by the way. Mount. You sound like an artificial mound. Sound like a dua. Brilliant. My worry is that those folks in Kerry might have the little folk on their side in the final should they get there. Controversial, yes, indeed. Bob Stevenson is in Tyrone, I think. Hello, Bob. Can you show us the Louth flag, says Donna Ferrer. Well, I mean, if you Google it, you'll see it. It's kind of red and white. The crest of Louth is very interesting because it has Lou Sam'el Donnoch on it, and he is the name of one of those deities. Garrett McDonald is in the house. How are you, Ted? Anyone but the Dubs. I'm with Terry, up Mayo, and I'm a Louth man living in Meath. Yeah. Well, you don't have to worry about the Dubs now, Gareth, but hope you're keeping well. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're still playing music. More is to the point. Flying visit for pints. Back this week. We'll visit. Brilliant stuff. Keith is in Nashotah, is it? In Wisconsin. Hello, Keith from Wisconsin. You're very welcome along. Jeff Calloway says, awesome, thanks, and will do. Brilliant. There are literally hundreds of hours of videos there, Jeff. Hundreds of hours. You will be you'll be in for a great treat, put it that way. I'm interested in the question Porrick just asked, which was that the one about the pagan idol? My name sounds like disarray, which my life is always in, says Desiree. Brilliant. Yes. Nashotah. Good pronunciation. Apparently I got it right. Oh, okay. So I did say I would invite topics, and somebody wanted me to say a bit more about the pagan idol. I can't really say much about it because I don't know much about it, just from what I've read online. So unfortunately, I'll have to wait a while until I'd like to, as I say, I'd like to see it up close. You know, I'd like to be able to examine it in person. Anyway, before we get on to throwing out for subjects for discussion, actually feel free to prompt me for topics for discussion. Tom King is in the house. Our master smith in the forge. I hope the fire is lit, Tom, and the dram topped up. Always great to see you. So I wanted to tell you that the 2022 Mythical Ireland calendar has been designed. I have 90% or so of the work done. In fact, all that's really the origin of townlands. Oh, great subject, Neil Hughes. Ooh, townlands. Yes, I think townlands are Norman, or at least they go back to Townland. Yes. There's a couple of books on the shelf behind me that we could read. All sorts is in Toronto. Hello, Michelle. And Gerard Hodge says, my great-grandmother, Susan McGinnity, is from Loch. Loch what? There has to be another word there, doesn't there? Or is she just from Loch? Oh, Louth. Is it Louth, maybe? L-O-U-T-H. Wow. Great county. That's all I can say. No bias here whatsoever. So I thought it would be nice. Now, you'll have to give me a moment. I should have organized this beforehand, but typically I didn't because I was busy working all day and I didn't finish work till 8 o'clock, and then I had to get something to eat. I know, excuses. Who cares? Yes, I just want to get this ready so that I can show it to you. This was already revealed last week to Mythical Ireland patrons. They always get the good treats and the early exclusives. But just in case you're feeling like it and you want to support the work of Mythical Ireland, you too can become a patron for as little as $1 a month. But if you spend $5 a month, you get little treats along the way. There's the address there, www.patreon.com/Mythical Ireland. There you go. Have a look there and see if you'd like to become a patron and get early and exclusive access to lots of stuff, including videos and podcasts and blog posts and photographs and news and a monthly patron-only comprehensive update video about what's going on in the background. So here we go. You could give us a peep at the calendar. That's exactly what I'm doing, Desiree. That is the entire purpose. Well, not the entire purpose, but that's the main purpose. Anything about the chieftains? You're not talking about the music chieftains, I presume. You're talking about the Gaelic chieftains, like the kings. Angel, there you are. Angel, apparently it's your birthday today. Happy birthday to you from all of us. And I hope you're having a great day and that you're celebrating as one does on these occasions, and that the celebrations are joyous. And, you know, maybe if there's a sip of the crater involved, so be it. And for those of you who are not familiar, that is the way archaically an Irish man or woman would have referred to a glass of whiskey. So happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Angel. Happy birthday to you. There you go. The one and only time you'll ever hear me sing, except for when it's somebody's birthday, which is nearly every time. There you go. Right, here we go. Where are we going? Share. Share screen. How do I do this? Screen to share. Show on stream. There is the cover of the 2022 Mythical Ireland calendar. I hope you like it. Yes, I have to be honest. The task of selecting 13 images, one for the cover and one for each month, is difficult enough from a cast of, I would say hundreds, but in fact thousands. But most difficult of all is, of course, to choose one for the cover. And there were so many candidates. This one, in addition to being one of my all-time favourite photographs of Sheed and Broga, or Sheed Machanogue, or Newgrange, as you might know it, also lent itself really, really well to the cover, because the words Mythical Ireland and 2022 are on the sky and not interfering with the image in any great way. And then the name and the website address down at the bottom are beneath the layers of fog, and again, not interfering with the image. So, yeah, happy birthday, Angel. And not sure if that constitutes a good birthday present to show you a calendar cover. But anyway, happy birthday to you. So, in case you're saying, oh, we only got a brief look at it and that's so unfair and we can't see it anymore, fret not, because said calendar is actually... I can never send. Okay, give me a moment. Said calendar is actually now available to pre-order. The calendar will be printed in October, and as the same schedule as last year, will be dispatched in the first week of November. All the pre-orders will be dispatched in the first week of November, because that gives plenty of time for them to land in advance of Christmas. And in fact, if you were thinking of a Thanksgiving present, it will arrive in plenty of time for Thanksgiving. And I just found last year that dispatching them in early November meant that people had them well in advance of the Christmas postal mail rush that tends to crush every country's postal services or grind them to a halt. So I'm just on each of the pages on the Mythical Ireland community there, I just pasted it. I pasted in the link to where you can pre-order the calendar, and I'll do so now. on YouTube, and also on the main
the link to where you can pre-order.
Oh, who is that idiot who's talking over me? I'll paste it in here as a comment on YouTube. There you go. Pre-order the 2022 calendar, and also on the main Facebook page. Pardon me while I get slightly distracted in doing that. So anyway, thank you again for last year. A number of you sort of prompted me, something that was prompted many times over the years, is why don't you do a calendar? And eventually a few of you said it last year, why don't you do a calendar? And I said, do you know what? I'll do a calendar. And it was very well received around the world. Thank you, Kaylee During. That is a very nice comment. I might as well show that on the stream. Oh my God, new calendar. I will order one as soon as I can, Anthony. The 2021 calendar has been my favorite calendar I've ever had. Yes, indeed. Actually, just allow me to check what is the August image. If you have a copy of the 2021 calendar, which looks like this, by the way, another beautiful image of Sheed and Broga in the mist. You see a theme happening there. I have to turn this around. September. No, it's not quite September yet, although time is flying around, as they say. Ah, yes, August is an image of the sun setting, lighting or aligning with the passage of Cairn S at Slieve na Collia at Lough Crew. So if you have the 2021 calendar on your wall, no doubt you have it open at that page right now. So as with the 2021 calendar, the 2022 calendar will have all the astronomical dates, such as the dates of Lunasa and the other cross-quarter dates, the equinoxes, the solstices, the full moon, the new moons, the meteor showers, the dates of the meteor showers, and the maximum elongation of Mercury and Venus, giving you an opportunity to go and have a look at those in the sky. So there you go. I've missed out on a load of comments as a result of this. Why don't you do a jigsaw, says Tom. I did actually inquire about getting jigsaws made. Tom, if anybody knows, it's a great idea, by the way, and I'd love to do. I really would. I used to love jigsaws when I was younger. If anybody knows a printer who can, or a manufacturer, usually a printer who does jigsaws, who can do jigsaws, please let me know. But the inquiries that I made on the web, the unit price per jigsaw in terms of getting them made and printed was prohibitive, and I would have had to charge a silly amount to justify it, and I wasn't prepared to do that because, like, what's the point in trying to flog a jigsaw for like 50 or 70 quid when you can walk into a shop and probably pick one up for a tenner, But if anybody knows of jigsaw makers or printers that do quality work, but where the unit price is reasonable, please send me an email, mythicalireland@gmail.com. Kathy Mark hasn't been around for a while, but is listening live. Hello, Kathy. Welcome along. We will get on to talking about a few things related to myths and archaeology in a moment. Ah, brilliant. Well, that would be nice, Kaylee, to have something to hang in the new office space. Absolutely. As it just so happens, I have the perfect gift. There you are. Looking fab. Thank you. Sheila Gunn, Bits and Pieces. Yes. Is that the name of a company who does... I must take a note of that. Jigsaws. Of course, the next question is, if you're going to do a jigsaw, what picture would you use? Oh, too many to choose from. Too many to choose from. I'll be ordering mine and gifts. You're very good, Sheila. A lot of nice comments. A lot of people seem to really like it, which is great. Yes. Mandy McCurl is in the house. I didn't see you sneaking in the door, Mandy. We're not really having a book talk tonight. I was sort of talking about the calendar, and we're hopefully going to have a chat about a few things prompted by some of the viewers. Yeah, lots of very nice. Thank you. I'm glad that you like it. I'm relieved, actually, because do you know what? When it came down to it, I was like, there were 3 or 4 short listed choices for the cover photograph, and it's always difficult to choose one, but you have to choose it, you know. Do you do coasters? No, I don't. This is the sort of stuff I could be branching out into, Teresina, you know, and t-shirts, you know, definitely. Yeah, okay. Somebody wanted to talk about townland origins. Thanks, Mavanway. I do my best. Yeah, townlands, I believe, the townland boundaries, I believe, go back to Norman times. The Norman baronies were interesting because they were set up according to an area that could support 3,000 soldiers. But the parishes of Ireland apparently are pre-Norman, but the townland boundaries as they stand today were first set down in Norman times. Yes, t-shirt. Yeah, I know. Just allow me one moment till I just pull something off the shelf here. Oh, of course, I've done a rearrangement of things lately. I think it's here somewhere. Oh, I moved it. Sincere apologies. No, I moved. Oh, no pressure, Anthony. There's only 100 people watching and waiting. Aha. There we go. Yeah, so there are a couple of books there. They're on a different shelf to where I thought they might be. Apologies about that. Everybody change seats, says Snapper Earl. Yeah, so I don't know where you all are. Let me see if there's an introduction that tells us a little bit about this. Is a book called Townlands of Leinster and the People Who Lived There. And this was derived from articles written for the Irish Times column, Where's That? By Flann O'Ryan over a period of about 10 years. Yeah, well, I suppose we could read a little bit of it, but I'm just looking to see if there's an introduction that will tell us a little bit about the origin of townlands. No, disappointingly. Hang on a second, I'll just check the place names one. Fascinatingly, there are tens of thousands of townland names in Ireland. And this is a wonderful thing about Ireland. You know, that there is literally no part of Ireland that doesn't have a name. And in fact, there's a website, the address of which I can't immediately call to mind, that has a database of every single Irish townland. And they really are, I mean, absolutely fascinating. So, for instance, I think I mentioned on the discussion with the Live Irish Myths and Conversation discussion with John Creedon of RTE, because he had just produced his book, That Place We Call Home. And, you know, here in Drogheda, I live in the townland of Rathmullen. And that could mean a number of things, but Rath is a ring fort. So the ring fort or the homestead of perhaps somebody called Moylon or something like that. But all around me are townlands of different names. Ballsgrove, which is a funny sounding name, but the Ball family lived there in a big house and owned the estate for a long time. And it was later bought by the local authority, and they built local authority houses on it. And that housing estate's called Ballsgrove. And there is, for instance, Lagavoreen, which is on the south side of the Boyne. And then if you go over to the other side, there's Moneymore, which is from Munyamore, which means the big bog, because apparently once upon a time it was very boggy. And Moneymore and Yellow Batter, which is a fascinating corruption, because yellow, it means it's batter is a corruption of boher, which is the Irish for road. And so it's Yellow Road, but instead of entirely translating it to Oscailga, to Boher Boy, part of it remained in English and part of it is a bastardized form of Irish Yellow Batter. So townlands are areas, divisions of land. The boundaries of them are often marked by streams, rivers, and other landscape features, such as in some cases the old boundaries between fields or a roadway, etc., etc. You can see the townlands if you want to have a look at them. You can see them on, for instance, the National Monuments Service Historic Environment Viewer, which is a web-based viewer of all the national monuments, but you can see the townlands on there as well. And a very good sort of map viewing website for Ireland is geohive.ie, geohive.ie, and you can see all the townlands on there. But like, there's no sort of there's no typical townland, because some of them are very tiny and some of them are very large. Except for that, I think the whole area of Ireland is covered with townlands. There isn't a single rock or field or little lake that isn't in a townland somewhere, you know. It would be interesting too, wouldn't it? Yes, to explore the boundaries of your own townland. I actually am not familiar enough to say when I'm driving around Drogheda or walking around Drogheda, when I have exited my townland of Rathmullen and entered another townland. I'm not quite sure where those boundaries are, so it's interesting. I know that the River Boyne forms a boundary between the townlands of the northern side of the town and the townlands of the southern side. Somebody's looking there, pics of print in Banbridge, County Down. Thank you for that. I'll just take a note of that. Print Banbridge. Okay. Somebody is curious about Kilgowan, Baron's Land in Kilcullen. I just wonder. I'll just have a look. The best Kilgowan. Yeah, Kilgowan, the wood of the smith. There you go, Tom King. There must have been a fella in there smelting or making things at one stage. That's in Kildare, is it? It says here KE, it's in Kildare, Kilcullen, yeah. So all sorts. I hope that has answered your question. Wood of the Smith, but you're probably looking for more information. I can't immediately give it to you. The foremost source for Irish place names in general, but not specifically townland names, or one of the best sources, is P.W. Joyce's Irish Names of Places in 3 volumes. I am very fortunate to possess the entire corpus of volumes, published over a century ago and available secondhand for a ridiculous amount of money if you're prepared to pay it. Let me just quickly have a look to see if I can find out some more information about Kilgowan. Chil usually means a church or a wood. In this case, it's Coill, which is a wood. And sometimes coil is specifically a hazelwood. So in Dublin, we have the Kylemore Road, which is from on Kylemore, the large wood or the large hazelwood. But Kill, Cill is often, or Kill especially, is often from the Irish Kill, meaning a church, because there were a lot of churches in early Christian Ireland. What am I looking for? Kilgowan. There's probably going to be a whole load of people looking for place name information now. So this is one of the first places I would turn to if I'm looking for the meaning of a name. No, it's not actually in that one. But then the third volume, I think it's volume 3. Yeah, the third and last volume of the 3 is entirely a list of Irish place names and their meanings. And it definitely helps not to drop one of these volumes because, as I say, they're old and precious. So definitely don't drop one off your desk. Don't do that, especially not live on a live stream. Kilgowan, let me have a look. Just to see if there's any more information rather than just telling us what it means. The Wood of the Smith. I like that. I can picture a forest and a mysterious, tall, bearded man boiling a cup of tea on the range, hammering away at the anvil, making beautiful pieces of spiral-shaped jewelry. That's what I can picture. Would you go into that wood? I know I would. No, it's not here either. But there is a Kilgownie in Tyrone. Cuilgowna, Wood of the Calf, meaning a resort for calves. There you go. That's as much information as I can give you about Kilgowan, I'm afraid. McCurran's hail from Kilgowan, earliest record, 1813/1814. Yeah. Lillian Cruz is in the house. Hello, Lillian. We were talking about... Joan, yes. Yeah, we haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're in good form, Joan. Keep the good side out. Our very best wishes to you. Mary's family town, the smallest of them all. Yeah. Anyway, let's have a quick look at a couple of townland names. I would just take just one or two and just have a look at them. Yeah, so there's some that are obviously, it would be my contention that some townland names were go back much earlier than Norman times, and that name, just survived through all the changes. Yeah, I'm just looking for something here that... This is Dublin. Harbour Hill. Anybody know Harbour Hill in Dublin? Bridewell, for instance, Lincoln Place at the east end of Dublin's Nassau Street, and its continuation to Fenian Street across the bottom of Westland Row, was once named Patrick's Well Lane. There's a Patrick's Well Lane in Drogheda here. From a well so named located there, and of course lots of wells are called Bridget's Wells or Patrick's Wells. Not too far away, according to Peter Somerville Large's Dublin, was St. Bridget's Well, from which the 1575 pest house, the Bridewell, was named. This was on Hoggin Green, now called College Green. Dictionaries giving it as dating from 1552 define Bridewell as, quote, a house of correction, a lockup, unquote, named from St. Bride's Well in London. This was near where stood a royal lodging given by Edward VI for a hospital and converted later into a house of correction. Vio San Mar Atá, be that as it may, Dublin's Bridewell, Tubervrige, shown on Speed's 1610 map of the city directly in front gate of Trinity College. Misprint there, in front of the gate of Trinity College maybe, provided a prison for any unfortunate vagrant that was rounded up. A year after it was built, it was moved farther out to a section of the city property at All Hallows. In 1776, the Bridewell held fettered lunatics. 2 years later, Joshua Meckham was listed as keeper of Bridewell, and in 1780, a Dublin Corporation Committee set up to inquire into the duty of inferior city officers considered a petition against Joshua Meckham. They reported that, quote, the charges therein set forth not having been supported, no person appearing for that purpose, we were of the opinion that he be acquitted of any misconduct in that respect. The Bridewell Garda station is in Dublin's Chancery Street, which street was previously named Chancery Lane and before that Bridewell Lane. At 31 Chancery Lane in 1850 was police office. And there is, of course, in modern Dublin, a Bridewell Garda station, of course. And we all know that. Sorry, we don't all know that. Those of you who are well behaved know nothing of it, except for what you've heard in media reports. Why are institutions called Bridewell? That's a question that I can't answer at this moment of time, except for that Bride's Well would have been definitely a popular name around Ireland. There are so many Bridget's Wells in Ireland and so many Patrick's Wells. Of course, these wells are thought to have been previously sacred springs that were known a long time into the past, into pre-Christian era, but which were later sort of Christianized to make them holy, as it were, you know. Yeah, we should. I know I have done some Live Irish Myths episodes about place names, but I think a sort of more. Actually, it would be nice, wouldn't it, to invite an expert on about townlands, specifically the origins. So you've given me something to do, which is to find out the actual origins of townlands. I'm pretty sure townlands are Norman. So the Normans arrived in Ireland in the 1160s, in the 12th century, and really. A huge change happened in Ireland from then onwards. As you probably know, if you know even the tiniest bit about Irish history, you'll know that the Normans had a huge influence. The Normans and later the English, and the English were responsible for setting up the Irish Ordnance Survey. They tended to want to know the measure and the size of areas, principally for tax reasons, so that you couldn't say, oh, I only have 5 acres, and it turns out you have 50 if they check the maps. Anyway, I hope that you all enjoyed the calendar cover, and I promise you that I'll be back with an episode of Book Talk very soon. In fact, I may do one during this coming week to make up for the fact that, as I said, my working schedule was a bit different to normal this time round. In the meantime, don't forget to share the link to the calendar, and all the very best to Mayo in their All Ireland campaign. They've done something really special this time round, and sure, look, they might as well go all the way and grab the Sam Maguire by the 2 handles, and we'll see you all very soon. In the meantime, take it easy, slán go fóill, Ichawa Kulasov, and most importantly of all, Tóg go bugé. Take it easy.